Well, we are back with our sponsor, Greg Niblock, attorney and founder of Niblock and Associates, and he's here to share the 5 elements that lead to a collection lawsuit and details on his new book.
Yes,
and
thank you so much. Here's the new book.
It has the devil on the front.
Right. It's the devil filed a lawsuit, heaven or hell, your choice. And it's sort of a what I've done is, for 29 years I've represented folks that have bill problems, and I'm a Bible-believing Christian, and most of the folks that I deal with are Christian-oriented, and they kind of see the world through a Christian worldview, and they see the creditor kind of as the devil coming after them. And although, people within the system, if you were to meet them on the street, are probably nice folks, but when you get hooked up into the collection process, it feels as though you're in hell.
Right.
And I'm using the phraseology that I hear from my clients.
Right,
So,
yeah, absolutely. They're nice folks doing their job, but it just feels
my
like
goodness, yes.
it's the devil after you. Okay, let's talk about what leads to a collection lawsuit.
Well, first off, there's going to be a want or a need that has to be fulfilled, like a product or service. Well, of course, it could be a household item, gas, food that you charge on a credit card. It could be an expected trip to the hospital, or maybe an unexpected trip to the hospital. It could be you're buying a home or a vehicle for your family, or it might even be a purchase for something fun like a boat or an ATV.
Right.
Well, then, of course, if you buy that on credit, that's where the next step comes in. If you buy that on credit, obviously, the creditor is all smiles and handshakes when you're signing the line and you're taking off the product.
Of course we'll loan you this money, right?
Absolutely. And if you look in the book, it shows the nice guy, that's got his hand out and you're signing, but in the background is sort of the devil waiting to spring forward if something goes wrong.
Right.
So, and of course, whenever you obligate yourself to pay something, in a way you sort of sell part of your soul to the creditor, because you're a slave of the creditor, and the creditor has the right to expect payment of that, right?
They do.
So then here comes the payment part of it. You get the bill, and by and large, most people are going to be able to pay it back, but then there are some folks where something's going to happen, right?
Maybe you've lost your job,
exactly.
or an illness,
accident,
or something.
illness, loss of a job. It could be that you have the same job, but it's sort of been downsized and shifted to a different type, and the amount of money you receive for that is less. It could be divorce or even death of a spouse.
Yeah.
So that creditor who's been smiles and handshakes all along, he kind of springs into a devil, and he's going to use his collection powers on you to try to regain that money. So that's where it starts. You're going to get these past due notices, maybe some calls from the collector, from the creditor, and then they're going to refer it to a collection agency who's going to dun you. And in the book, the collection agency is the devil's hellhounds. It's the collection hounds, and they're going to hound you to death with calls, texts, emails, trying to, get the money. And if that doesn't work for them, then they're going to refer it to the devil's favorite son.
Who's that?
The collection lawyer.
The collection lawyer, and then that's when the lawsuit starts.
Then, the lawsuit's probably going to start there. But all along the way, our focus is to help people out of that. If you're not able to pay, talk to us, because there's probably something we can do to alleviate that, namely bankruptcy, whether it's Chapter 7 or 13. And if you would like a copy of the book, I'd be happy to send you a copy. Just give our office a call, and I'm sure on the screen it's going to have the number and email address and all that stuff, so you can call us.
Are you doing it digital as well?
We do have a digital version, and I have about 50 copies of this left. I ordered only 100 to begin with because I wanted my friends and other coworkers to look at it and make sure it all looks right. So if you call today, you'll get the first edition before I do the corrected edition.
You may spot some of the little small things.
I may have misspelled something. I'm sure I have. If an English professor looks at it, they're going to say, Greg, what happened to you, man?
But it's just an easy way. It's a story in a way to kind of understand the process of collection agencies.
There's lots of imagery in it. Of course, there's a cartoon character of Greg here.
There you are. Yes. Is the dog in here anywhere?
The dog is not in here, but see, maybe I could do that on the front. That could be part of the second version. But it shows the devil's favorite son, the collection lawyer, and how you feel here's your choice. You know, the devil's saying you have a choice of doing nothing.
Right.
That's what he wants you to do, so he can bring you into his debtor's hell.
But then you're going to tell us how to
Right,
do
we're
the
gonna-
right thing
yeah.
and get out of that,
Right.
problem.
The devil is the father of all lies. You need to listen to us and hear the truth
There you
in
go.
light of bankruptcy.
Okay, well, give them a call if you need some help getting out of debt as well, or if you'd like a copy of the new book. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg.